Hello and welcome to the cryptocurrency news channel. Today we're going to talk about dumping and altcoins dumping specifically. Bitcoin's actually doing okay, but why altcoins are dumping and specifically why Vechain is dumping. Now, Bitcoin has been trading sideways. That's just generally bad for altcoins because altcoins tend to lose Satoshi ratio when Bitcoin actually trades sideways. Outside from the occasional pump because of news, most altcoins have actually dumped recently, and those who have pumped because of occasional news will eventually dump or have already started dumping again. So outside of just like Bitcoin's sideways movement and altcoins bleeding, there is another reason. And that reason is actually DeFi. See, a lot of these DeFi projects are sucking up a lot of the money that would have actually went into altcoins. Yes, I know some of these DeFi projects are actually altcoins themselves, but the investors who were actually like infatuated with speculating on altcoins have moved on to DeFi coins. Why is that? Because DeFi has better returns. Many of these DeFi yield farming things have thousands of percentages. Yes, they're vultures moving from one project to the other once the yield farming actually wears down, and it's really not sustainable long term. But for right now, and possibly for the next few months, DeFi projects are going to suck money from other altcoins because the other altcoins don't have such high staking ratios because they're completely unsustainable. Yes, a lot of these altcoins or a lot of these DeFi projects are basically empty and they don't have anything under them, meaning that essentially they're empty shells, but the empty shells generate a lot of temporary money and people will divert their funds to these empty shells while they're actually there. So until the interest in DeFi starts dissipating and some of these things start reigning in control, and until like probably some of the regulatory agencies actually start really paying attention to DeFi, I think that's when the bubble will really pop. They might actually outgrow all the other cryptocurrencies because a lot of people are just pouring money into DeFi. Now, if Bitcoin rises, all the coins will rise. But DeFi right now is basically all the craze. And that, for that reason, altcoins are suffering right now a lot more than Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin dominance has actually gone down since the beginning of the year, but that's mainly because DeFi sucked up some money. And some of the traditional altcoins, outside their like news pumps, like VET was like 4 cents, like 0.04 at the beginning of this year. Now it's like 0.09, almost a penny. Same thing, Cardano was like 0.3 cents or 4 cents at the beginning of the year. Now it's 9 cents. Outside of the traditional like big news pump, they will start bleeding. They will start slowly bleeding, as with all other coins, because DeFi is actually sucking money that would have actually went into altcoins. Now, specifically, there's another reason why Vechain is actually dumping it. It actually has to do with NFTs. Yes, the NFTs in the long term are good for Vechain because Vechain has Vimworld and Vulcanverse on the server, and that deals heavily with NFTs, as well as VeryArty. And art NFTs, I think, will be big in the future. However, Vimworld actually might be hurting Vechain right now in terms of dumpage. You know why? In the Vimworld Telegram group, I was told, there are a lot of big players that are actually dumping their VET for EHRT. Now, EHRT is on the Vechain blockchain, so it does cause more transactions. But right now, with the transactions not really affecting the price because there's not quite enough of them right now, well, not nearly enough of them, people are actually selling the Vechain for EHRT to upgrade their VIMs. VIMs are kind of like virtual pets, virtual characters, whatever. Because if you actually upgrade and feed your VIM up to S tier, you actually can generate free EHRT at a decent rate. And that is basically staking with NFTs. I mean, it's a game mechanism, but you understand what it is, right? If you get your VIM up to S tier, you can actually generate free money. It's kind of like staking, even though there is a decent amount of investment involved in getting some of these VIMs. So basically, EHRT, it might be hurting VET for right now, but it will help it in the future. So that's a specific reason why Vechain is actually dumping itself. So that's kind of like why alts are dumping, and that's why Vechain specifically is dumping. Now, it's not like we're not quite the worst dump because there's like a lot of DeFi projects that were like super skyrocketed and now are super dumping, but it is doing worse than most of the other coins in this dump, even though everything is actually dumping. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.